In today's video, I'm going to explain how smart money is taking advantage of you in the market. Now, when I say you, I mean the all-encompassing you. I'm talking about retail traders. This is how smart money is taking advantage of retail traders in the market. So this is one of our brand new indicators here in the A1 Edge Finder Pro. This is the smart money versus retail sentiment indicator. And what you see here is three different lines. We have price, net COT positioning, and net retail sentiment. We're looking at the Euro USD right here. So this white dotted line is the actual price chart of the Euro USD. And we're taking a look all the way back from October 6th all the way up to the current date at January 4th. So we have over 2 months worth of data here to take a look at. And here's what's interesting. So this blue line, first you'll notice, kind of has like these big gaps in it. This is because COT data is released every 7 days. So you'll notice, like, for example, October 13th here to October 20th, 7 days, then we get a little jump up because we got new COT data. 7 more days go by, we're on October 27th, slight move down again because COT data was updated. So every time you see one of these jumps right here, you know that it's been 7 days. Now, for retail sentiment, this can get updated every single day depending on what retail traders are buying and selling. So take a look at this. This is where I think it's most obvious how smart money can take advantage of retail traders. So we see Euro USD hit a nice little high right here on November 29th before coming way back down. And during this, what did retail traders do? Retail traders bought Euro USD. Bought Euro USD, bought Euro USD up until we're above this zero line here. Anything that's above this zero line means that traders are bullish. If we're below the zero line, that means traders are bearish. So retail traders were bearish on the euro, but price got so high and it kept trending upwards for so long that they decided now is the time to buy. And they bought and bought and bought, and they were overall bullish on the euro while price was tanking. What did COT do? COT waited for this to happen, waited for it to bottom out, and then look when COT started to get bullish on the euro. The euro price started going back up. Retail traders weren't making their money from buying, so then they started selling. Price starts going back up. COT then gets in on the action. They get bullish, and look at when they were most bullish. They're way above the line up here. They're really bullish on the euro right as this big jump happened on the Euro USD. And then look, what did retail do? Retail saw, okay, well, price is going back up again. I need to start buying. Retail starts buying while price is too high, and price starts coming back down. And that's just one way that smart money is taking advantage of retail traders going bullish or going bearish in the market. Now, this is not the only place that we can look at COT and retail sentiment. We actually have all of our COT data here, and we can see that currently COT is still long on the euro. They are 69% long compared to 30% short on the euro right here. And in fact, we even have a more detailed chart right here where you can see the total number of long contracts and the total number of short contracts open on the euro, and even the net change. We can see that the net change is at a positive 0.24% on the euro. That means that from the last data release to the current data release, there was an increase of 0.24% long contracts between the two. That's not all that we have going on in the Edge Finder, though. We have so many cool new features going on in the Edge Finder. One more thing that I want to show you really quickly is the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. Now, this is very, very cool as well, because the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey basically looks at the market as a whole. They're looking at stocks and how stocks are performing, big things like the S&P 500, NASDAQ, US 30, the stock market in general. Are investors bullish or bearish on the stock market? And this is getting updated on a weekly basis. So we can see here a few different weeks of the year, and then we see this blue percentage is if they're bullish, the red percentage is bearish, and the white is neutral. So what we can see here is if I take a random week, for example, how about last week? We'll look at the week of Christmas. Were they bullish or bearish on the stock market the week of Christmas? Well, they were bullish on the stock market. We can see that 46% of investors were bullish on the stock market, while 25% were bearish and 28% were neutral. We can also see this little yellow line right here. This shows you the difference between bullish and bearish. So if we take 46.3% and we subtract 25.1%, we're going to be left with 21.2% left over. That is the difference between the bullish and the bearish. So we know that they are heavily favored bullish. Overall, investors are on the stock market, things like NASDAQ, S&P, and US 30. This is when it was the highest going into that week of Christmas. People talk about the Santa Claus rally that sometimes happens in the month of December when everyone's out buying gifts and people are home for the holidays and doing all that fun holiday Christmas stuff. There's sometimes a Santa Claus rally in the stock market, and we can see that investors were very bullish overall. The difference between these were 32% bullish on the stock market leading up into Christmas. And even this week right now, January 1st to January 7th, investors are still bullish on the stock market. So this is kind of a cool another feature that you can see here where we're taking, again, the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. Overall, bullish or bearish on the stock market. We can see here, this is when they were bearish on the stock market, was the week of October 30th. We can see that 50% of investors were bearish on the stock market. And how about we compare this to what the S&P 500 is actually doing? So I'm going to pull the S&P 500 up. So here's the S&P 500. And we can see that the last week of October and the first week of November is when they were most bearish on stocks. So let's see what the S&P looked like then. Well, the last week of October into the first week of November, stocks did start to turn around, but up until then, stocks were moving down. And in fact, we were bearish on stocks the week before that and the week before that. So pretty much the whole month of October, investors were bearish on the stock market. And again, look, here's the month of October. It started off hot, but then dropped pretty drastically throughout the month of October. What's happened since then? Pretty much nothing but upside, nothing but higher highs in the stock market. And what have investors done since then? They've been bullish on the stock market. Nothing but bullishness for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. 9 weeks straight of bullish sentiment from the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. And then we can see here, nothing but bullishness pretty much in the S&P 500 since then. We have come down a little bit over the last couple of days. So I'd be interested to see if next week, when we get new data from the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey, if they're starting to lean a little bit bearish or at least less bullish on the stock market. But yeah, we have more indicators coming soon, so keep an eye out on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed taking a look at some of our new Edge Finder features. And again, if you're interested in any of the stuff that you're seeing, if you're interested in this software, you can find it in the description down below, and you can get a discount on the product when you use promo code A1YT at checkout. Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free Edge Finder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.